Hello, well, we're here today outside the BBC, following on from the big protest in Whitehall, and we've come here because we weren't allowed to be here, so to speak, but we always intended to come. And I've got some flowers here which were left by the organisers. There's a whole lot of flowers at the feet of the BBC at Trafalgar Square when they wouldn't let people out of Trafalgar Square. But I picked them up and I'm intending to deliver them to the BBC as part of the protest against the BBC continuing bias and lies about what's happening in Gaza.
Hello sir.
Hello.
Good evening. I know you spoke to my supervisor
I did.
a moment ago. Just to make you aware, in case you're not aware, in accordance with Section 14 of Public Order Act 1986, some conditions have been imposed on a particular geographical area.
Yeah.
So you are within that footprint at the moment.
Well, how do I know that?
So not a problem, this is why we're here to inform you. So what we'll do is my colleague will grab a map up and we'll show you the footprint. If you want to grab that map up.
Yeah, but I don't accept these footprints. I mean, you're just denying us the right to protest. Do we live in a Nazi state?
So what are your intentions for today?
My intention for today is to deliver these flowers to the BBC because they were left there by the Trafalgar Square by the organisers because they weren't allowed to walk to the BBC. So I picked them up and decided to bring them to the BBC as part of the protest against the BBC bias and lies about what's happening in Gaza.
Yeah. So
I want to deliver these to the BBC.
okay. So I mean, the process I can't facilitate that. Okay, but obviously, as my sergeant has said previously, you know, we'll see.
Well, I'm here to deliver something to the BBC.
All I will say is, as I mentioned before, in accordance with Section 14 of the Public Order Act 1986, because you are within this geographical footprint, okay, all I will say is, one moment, either because you're in this footprint, you either need to leave now, or you could render yourself liable for this. Okay?
Well, I fully understand that. But
okay, that's
what
the most
I
important thing. I'm glad you understand that.
I do understand that, but I can fold the banner up.
Okay.
And then go to the desk, can I, with the flowers?
So at the moment, all right, I know my supervisor will spoke to you about making inquiries related to that, but the direction is, okay, you do need to leave the footprint, which I'll happily walk you along and I'll show you where.
No, I don't
ends.
want to leave the footprint because I want to deliver the flowers.
But I must make you aware that will render you liable to arrest.
Well, wait a minute. No, if I'm if I'm protesting, yes, but you see, I've just been on a protest, and I can fold the banner up and tell you, look, okay, I'm here to deliver these flowers.
Okay, and I understand that. Okay, but as I have mentioned, all right, in accordance with that piece of legislation, there is conditions in place, which means if you don't leave, you'll be
why
arrested.
should I leave? Because the demonstration held there was told to leave there.
I understand that, but these conditions have been put in place to see if a police officer believes that if they hadn't been put in place, serious disruption to life and community could potentially happen.
I'm not causing serious disruption to life and community by holding these flowers to protest against BBC falsities.
Alright, is there anything I can reasonably say or do, okay, to make you leave this footprint before I have to consider arresting you?
Well, you could take me into the building, which presumably is not in the footprint, and I could deliver the flowers. And then I could go home.
It's not going to happen, unfortunately.
But why not?
So, if there's nothing I can reasonably say or do, I'm going to have to place you under arrest, okay? So the time is now 17:29 hours,
yes,
okay?
I understand
and I'm going to be placing you under arrest, okay? You've got Section 14 Public Order, okay? So you don't have to say anything, may harm the defence, but you will mention when questions are put to later on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. The necessity for your arrest, okay, is to allow us to consider reports of effective investigation for the means of questioning, to allow us to impose special warnings if necessary, okay, and prevent physical harm.
Officer, you've read your statement very well. You've remembered it very well.
Yeah, okay. But I just need to make you aware that that's why you've been arrested. Okay?
I understand.